You are listening to Abuki Cabal, the analytical savage.
What's going on, fellas? I know it's been a while. Had some technical difficulties. I apologize. I just wanted to thank you guys for supporting what I'm doing here, and just let you know I appreciate it. Just wanted to ask you guys for a favor, if you would. So I was checking my analytics, and says I have well over 10,000 views, but not that many subscribers. You know, if you guys like what I'm doing, if you guys could, take a minute to subscribe. Make sure you give me a little input. Tell me, things that you guys might want me to talk about. I'd appreciate it. That'd be nice to get up to 10,000 subscribers to match those views. But I'd appreciate it if you guys help me out with that. So today I wanted to give my take on when we started seeing, these images of masculine women in the music industry. And I did a little digging, thought about a few songs that, heard back in the day. And this one came to mind. So this song, Gangsta Bitch, was released in February 93. And by the producers of A Tribe Called Quest, Tommy Boy. Apache, the performer here, he's passed away, God rest his soul. I'm sure he didn't know what the future implications of the imagery behind his album would bring about. But Q-Tip, much respect for Q-Tip and A Tribe Called Quest. I mean, these guys put out some great music. Music that just, made you think. Made you, want to rage against the machine, That's just crazy. I mean, they used music made famous by Al Green, and there's so much that went into this, this song that is like goes completely against everything that this imagery represents, So I did a little digging around, to see if I could find anything that would basically kind of go along the same lines of thinking that I'm going with. And that, when did we see this masculinization of women in our music? And, all I could find is at a quick glance, there was a discussion about the history of sexism in the industry and revolutionary female musicians, just female role models in general, But what came up is, Ella Fitzgerald, Aretha Franklin, Beyonce, and Billie Holiday. All of these women exuded femininity. When you think about them, So I looked around a little bit more, around about the same time frame, in the 90s. And, it brought to mind groups like Total, SWV, Escape, Mary J. Blige, and you think about the imagery associated with that. You see, Mary came out in baggy jeans and, baseball caps, and at first it was kind of sexy. I thought about it and it was kind of sexy. She had the Timberlands on and whatnot. And, SWV, singing R&B, started out looking, kind of feminine, but then, eventually moving on towards that same hard-edged, gangster girl look. And each one of these groups, it seemed that, the industry was trying to direct a certain type of imagery with the women. I mean, they were attractive, as you can see on this album cover. I mean, they're attractive. Their faces are feminine, but they look like boys, and their stances are masculine, aggressive, just like boys. This was the beginning, y'all. I mean, I'm thinking back on this and I'm struggling to see anything before the 90s to where we were seeing this type of push towards this masculinization. And I think, we have to ask ourselves, is the music industry partly responsible for what we're going through now? From this sprang forth movies, colors, and whatnot. When you start seeing, girls talking harder, being harder. I remember when NWA was out and even the girls that you saw around them looked like girls. I mean, you remember when, if you were around that time, you remember, tight dresses were called in vogue dresses. I mean, black girls called them in vogue dresses, So you had women that wanted to be feminine. They knew that, being feminine was not a bad thing. And now, I mean, if you get a chance, I'll probably put it in the link, but if you would just explore, for a minute, the lyrics in this song. I want a gangster bitch. A gangster bitch. I need a gangster bitch. I mean, just look at the song, and just explore their lyrics. And then step away from that song. Go, okay, hey, because I remember back in that time, we were like, hey, we want to listen to what we want to listen to, I listen to all kinds of grimy shit. But we're just now starting to feel the effects of this music and the social engineering that took place as a result of this music. I think we can't really dispute that we're starting to see some of the effects of this. You would think that, we wouldn't be so moved by what we look at and what we listen to, but we know that's not true. Black people are affected so profoundly by what we consume in the form of entertainment. I mean, think back to the days of Soul Train. If you were in a small town or a state that really didn't have, the things that were happening, like in, some of the, entertainment juggernaut cities, New York and, LA. We didn't have those things. So basically what you saw on TV, you emulated. You brought that down here. You wore the hairstyles. You acted the same way. I mean, it was almost a migration of culture, via music and television. To some degree, we're still seeing that today. I mean, if you think about, the ramifications of this reality TV mess that we're watching, well, that not us. The ladies like watching that turmoil and craziness on TV. And that's another question in itself is, why would anybody want to consume that type of entertainment? And, what you always hear is, well, it's just TV. I watch it because it's just entertainment. But is it? Especially when you start seeing, the same types of behavior out of, the women that you're around. But they don't want you to really say anything about what they watch. Who are you to criticize, what we watch or tell us that is not good for our communities or for our relationships. And I think we really have to just be honest and look around, and you have to take account of the fact that what you're seeing in the community is real. But certain individuals, namely Black women, don't want you to have anything to say about that. They don't want you to communicate with other males what you see. They don't want you to compare notes. They don't want you to have a say in what you would like to see in women in order for you to choose them as viable mates. Guys, I think we have to stick to our guns. I think masculinity is definitely under attack. Shout out to BGS, Ibmore, Green Gorilla, Dr. T. Hassan Johnson, Art New Style, some of the other fellas. Sorry if I didn't get everybody. The Roger Report. A lot of guys out there that are doing good work from different angles, trying to shine light on some of this, this behavior and how it affects us as men, as well as how we deal with our environment, so that it doesn't destroy us from within, because we can't express ourselves and we can't seem to find what we used to be able to find in women in our communities. I just want to say, you guys continue to do the good work. If you guys like what I'm doing, please like, share, and subscribe. Check out those other guys' channels. And appreciate your support.
You are listening to Abuki Cabal, the analytical savage.
I feel like a motherless child, a long way from home.